This is IGN. A futuristic bloodbath that feels as prehistoric as its dinosaurs. This is your IGN review of Code Violet by Jarrett Green. All right, let me level with you folks right up top. Code Violet is a bad game. No judgment, okay, some judgment, if you saw tasteful and sometimes not screenshots and trailers featuring its beautiful brunette protagonist mixing it up with dinosaurs and felt compelled to pick this up just to ogle. But if you want anything else from Code Violet, like a compelling story with interesting characters or an engrossing crucible of tense and savvy action horror to conquer, then you've come to the wrong raptor-infested space station. The best it can give you is terrible third-person shooting, boring level design, and technical blunders that make stalking through this futuristic bloodbath feel prehistoric. Code Violet's story is unapologetically tropey science fiction, mixing far future space colonization, genetic modification, and more to make this final girl survival story as impenetrable as possible. Bits and pieces of the tale are interesting, though that's mostly limited to side stories and lore found in the journal entries of victims scattered among the wreckage. But almost everything you play through and watch in cutscene form is derivative, awkwardly animated and acted, and forgettable. Avoiding spoilers, even when things get truly bonkers towards the end, in a similar fashion to developer Team Kill Media's Quantum Error from 2023, all the new and drastic revelations that should be monumental to the story at hand instead feel rushed and full of twists and turns that are either undercooked or entirely too convoluted. The very few other characters you meet are barely more than one-note exposition dispensers who you'll watch your hero, Violet, worry and cry over and never really understand why. Violet herself is a hollow shell with no motivations outside of doing what others tell her to do, as well as being incredulous and weepy when weird and sometimes difficult events arise. She's meant to fill a sort of Jill Valentine or Laura Croft archetype of tough gals that can think their way through most challenges and shoot their way through the rest. But while those two video game legends have agency and capability developed through their laundry lists of heroic feats, snappy dialogue, and sometimes dense inner monologues, Violet's own thoughts about the happenings around her seem absent from most interactions. She only feels particularly good at anything when I'm in the driver's seat, tiptoeing down hallways and filling dinosaurs full of lead. This is doubly damning. Outside of being a missed opportunity to introduce a good new character into the greater video game lexicon, it also makes Code Violet's leering, pervy camera work and extensive dress-up options feel like it's crossing the line from fun into creepy. There are tons of characters in games who successfully make being sexy or flirty a major part of their shtick, and the best ones are those that come across as completely in control of their own image while they do so. So it's an unfortunate irony that in a post-Baldur's Gate 3 Stellar Blade world, one where people have never been more ready to accept hunky himbos and skimpy seductresses, Code Violet found one of the few ways to do it wrong. The real enemy are the myriad bugs that can't wait to bite and peck at your progress. Sometimes the sound mix will run off the rails, or a very important skybox, like one that might hold valuable information about a puzzle, simply won't load. Weapons sometimes display the wrong ammo counts or just disappear from your inventory altogether, which I guess is a fair trade for the fact that every item I used directly out of my storage box didn't actually expend it in the review build we were provided, meaning I could always heal to full at any safe room I made it to. Team Kill Media tells us it's already aware and working on fixes for some of these bugs, such as the infinite storage item issue, but didn't say when those might arrive. Code Violet is not the Dino Crisis successor you may have hoped for. It doesn't even clear the bar of being a successful clone of the various other third-person shooters it cribs most of its ideas from. Its dated map layouts and visual style let its predecessors down. The only weight I felt from its convoluted story and flat, empty characters were on my eyelids. Its anemic host of enemies are dull, and far more scary are the amount of bugs that were in this review build that, though a priority on developer Team Kill Media's list of fixes, hit Code Violet's balance and pacing like a life-ending comet from outer space. Code Violet's IGN score? 4 out of 10. Thanks for listening to IGN. My name is Tony Jackson, and for the latest updates on Code Violet, visit us at IGN.com.
Spoken Layer.